Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to G-Bear's Off-Grid Ways Homestead in the Desert on March 10th, 2020. We're out here at the rain gauge, and yeah, I got about a quarter of an inch of rain. That came in last night, or actually early this morning between 4 and 6:30 a.m. And then we've been having some on and off sprinkles. And as you can see the sky over there, we got more on the way. And it's weird is that this thing is doing a wraparound. It's circling almost like a giant tornado type setup. So the winds are a little strong. We're making electricity, and the amorphous panels are doing great. I've got close to 14 volts in my batteries right now, even though it's overcast like this. So I tell you, those Harbor Freight amorphous panels sure did come in handy. And while I'm standing right here, before I finish this video, I do want to give a shout out to Pierre with HEATSEEKER Bus. I just watched his video. He's down at Mardi Gras in New Orleans, and apparently some dirtbags broke into his bus while he was out with friends, and they stole his e-bike and a bunch of other stuff. Well, I'm sure that a bunch of you are going to join me in saying I hope that the perpetrators that did all of that damage to him and made him feel like a piece of trash somehow drive that thing off a cliff and kill themselves, because we don't need people like that in this world. It's just useless. Anybody who steals from another person should get the death penalty anyway, and I don't mean the nice death penalty with a humane injection. I think they ought to be taken down to the nearest tree, toss a rope over, and kick the bucket out from underneath them. Anyway, that's my rant. Sorry, Pierre. I know the feeling you're going through. I've been robbed a couple of times in my life, and I don't like that feeling. And I really despise crooks. Anyway, here we are at my water catchment. And this is where we started before the rains came, right down there. It says 3-1. But that was the last time I marked it, because we were supposed to get rain that week and it never did show up. But it showed up this time. Anyway, you can see how much water is in here. I marked this morning, so I did pick up another 3/8 of an inch depth on that. And that's about 320 liters of water that I collected just in those alone. And 300 liters, about 320 liters, probably about 150 gallons in that catchment area. Now this one, I had used a third of that barrel off, and it's back full all the way up again. And these I've been using for the plants indoors, and this was clogged, so the water was running into that one, and there was no place else for it to go, so it was overflowing and just going down onto the ground down there. So I did clean this tube out so that the rains that are still on the way can fill up these two barrels, and I'll set my equalizer up as soon as the barrel gets full enough. Boy, it's not really cold. It's got a little chill in the air. The wind has got a little wind chill factor going on. But yeah, there's going to be more rain here. All right, let's go down here, because I forgot to show you when I was shooting the last video, the mulberry trees. And look at the mulberry trees. Yeah, you got leaves sprouting on all of them. Look at that. Even the little baby here, the cut off branch that was stuck in the ground, it took, and it's growing. And same thing over here. Got leaves on all of my mulberry trees. And that poor plant over there, not liking this weather out here. I'm going to give it some go juice as soon as this all ends. But yep, turbine's kicking out. Flag is doing its thing. And looks like the sun peeked out over there for a little while, but this is weird, because these clouds are moving back in that direction, and that's where they came from. So it's doing a loop around, and that means that there's going to be some type of a cutoff low and we're going to get more rain out of it. Now they're talking about rain all the way through Friday, and Thursday being the heaviest of the group. So I don't know if I'll be able to get out and do any videoing or any work that's worth videoing, but maybe I'll just do something inside like a list or whatever. All right, everybody, reminding you, please give me a thumbs up down there. Stop by and see Pierre. He's got a PayPal set up at the bottom of his video. If anybody can help him out, send him whatever you can. Give him a little bit of help down there. And tell him G-Bear sent you, of course. And we'll talk to you all later. This is G-Bear signing off.